Hey everybody, how are you today? It is day 2, so hopefully you have finished your assignment for day 1. You have your calendar. I got my calendar. I'm doing this right along with you guys. I got my calendar and I have my notebook that I'm going to be taking notes and writing things in. Okay, so I have some notes for today, and I want to share them with you. Today's reboot training workshop is called limitations. I want to talk to you about your limitations. What is keeping you from being successful? If you're just now starting, you know nothing, right? Nothing can keep you from nothing is keeping you from being successful. But what are some things that could? For those of us who have been in the business, have stopped and started and things like that, what's keeping you from being successful? And I think we need to talk about this, because if we can get past this, then we're going to break through into some serious success. Okay. So let's talk about this. Jim Quick, he's a brain expert. Jim Quick says something that really stuck with me. He says, if you fight for your limitations, you get to keep them. If you fight for your limitations, you get to keep them. So what are your limitations in this business? Is it, I don't have enough time, I don't have enough energy, I don't have enough friends, I don't have enough motivation, whatever it is, if you fight for that limitation, you get to keep it. Because basically what you're saying is, I don't have time to change my life. I don't want to change my life. I like the situation I'm in. I like my situation. I like my time situation. I like being able to go to work, blah, blah, blah. You can love your job, no problem. There are so many people who do 31 on the side of their passion and their job. So I get that. I'm not saying you can't love your job, but if you do love your job, that's great, as long as you have everything else that you need. This company is going to provide you with some flexibility, whether it's to fit something else in on the side, or it's to completely change your career. So wherever you are in the middle of those options, you need to know what your limitations are so you can smash them. Okay. So I want you to think about what you've been arguing for. Are you saying, oh, I just don't have enough time? Well, if you argue for that limitation, you get to keep it. But if you say, you know what, I don't want that to be a limit on me. I'm going to take control of my calendar and I'm going to make time for this. If you argue, oh, I just don't have enough friends. Well, if you fight for that limitation, you get to keep it. Or you can say, you know what, my friends have friends and their friends have friends and their friends have friends. I can do a referral system. Or maybe the answer is vendor fairs, where you get to go and meet new people, or put yourself in new groups like moms groups and business women's groups and make new friends. You can decide if you're going to let that be a limitation. Maybe you think one of your limitations is that this business is just too big to understand and I just need to sit down and grasp it all before I take the first step. Well, if you fight for that limitation, you get to keep it. And you know what? You probably won't get started, because we're all still learning. Even the national executive directors, even the founder, we are all still learning about this business and about ways that we can expand our network and do better in our business. So if you fight for that limitation, you get to keep it. Okay, so here's the deal, guys. We're going to smash our limitations. Let's smash them today. Smash your limitations. Everything that you think is stopping you from being successful in this business, start saying, you know what? I'm not going to let that stop me. I don't have a consistent schedule. I'm not going to let that stop me from getting office hours in. I don't have energy at the end of the day. I'm going to wake up 30 minutes earlier and spend 30 minutes on my business that way. I'm going to keep my promises to myself. I'm going to set alarms. I am going to make this happen. And when you do that, you're going to be well on your way to having a successful business, whether it's in 31 or in life, right? There are so many other endeavors that we want to do. We want to go back to school. We want to do things with our kids. We want to visit people that we haven't seen in a long time. And we have all kinds of excuses and limitations for why we can't do that. Smash those limitations and let's make it happen. Here is your task for today. Task number 1 for today. How much money you want to be making with 31 in 6 months. Now listen, before you go, I want to be making $4,000 a month. We all want to be making big money, right? And we can be. So, hi, look at that, sweetie. He wants to say hi. Hi. Can I have a kiss? Yay! Yay! They're interrupting my broadcast. Here comes another one. Hi. See, we want to have time for our kids, right? That's the best thing about this is if we can make money and still be hanging out with our kiddos. Nom, 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 nom. You are just so yummy. I'm going to have to do this video over. Nom, 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 nom. Hi. Huh? So, hey, guys. As you think about how much money you want to be making in 6 months with 31. Now, before you, I do want you to think big eventually. We're going to talk about thinking big. But today, I want you to think. Okay, I'm going to have to do this all over. No, I'm not doing it all over. This is my life, right? This is what Come on. All right, guys, let me finish. Hey, Naomi. Oh, I didn't know the piano was on. So anyway, I want you to think about what you would like to be making in 6 months with 31. And I do want you to think big, but I want you to also think realistically as far as how many hours do you think it will take for you to make that goal, okay? So here's the thing. If you say, I want to be making $5,000 a month in 6 months' time, I think $5,000 a month is going to cost me 40 hours a week. Do you have 40 hours a week? So then you're going to go back and say, okay, you know what? That's going to have to be a future goal. Right now, I'm going to come down to $2,000 a month. And $2,000 a month is going to cost me about 20 hours a week, which is about 4 hours a day. Okay, can't do that. All right, I want to make $1,000 a month between now and 6 months from now. And guess what? That's just your starting goal. That's just you making money. That's not you building a team. That's not you getting bonuses. None of that is what I'm talking about. And so your $1,000 a month goal may very likely turn into something much higher. But if you say, I want to make $1,000 a month, I think that's going to cost me about 10 hours a week. I can do that. That's about an hour and a half a day if I work weekends. Not if I work weekends. An hour and a half a day if I work 6 days a week, right? Some days I can work 3 hours in a slot. Some days I can't work. So, but I think I can get between 8 and 10 hours a week in. I think that'll bring me $1,000. So in 6 months' time, I won't even making $1,000 a month. That's what I want you to send me. I want you to send me your goal, your money goal to be making in 6 months. And I'd also like for you to send me your hours. How many hours a week do you think you can put into this? Now, listen, for me, there's a season where I knew I couldn't make but maybe $200 a month. I could work maybe 3. I might squeeze in 5 hours a week. And that's a half an hour at a time or 20 minutes at a time, sitting in the car, following up with people while I'm sitting in the car waiting for her to come out of gymnastics or something like that. So that is totally okay. I just want you to write it down, okay? So I just need $250 a month, Nicole. If $250 a month would be so great for me, then that's what you write down. That's going to cost you about 3 to 5 hours a week, and that's fine. I love it, okay? But that's your task for today. Sorry it took me so long to get that out. Task number 2. Task number 2, this is going to take you less than 10 minutes, y'all. I want you to contact 5 people and say, just text them. You don't even have to start 5 conversations. Hey, did you know I run a 31 business? Can I send you the catalog? So you can check it out. 3 sentences. Hey, did you know I have a 31 business? Do you mind if I send you the catalog so you can check it out? I'd love to be your consultant if you want to add something. But 2, 3 sentences, short, sweet, personalized, use their name. Hey, Nicole, how you doing? Did you know I have a 31 business? May I send you the catalog? Do you mind if I send you the catalog? That is a very simple, it may not even sound like you. You might be like, Nicole, I don't want to do that. You can tweak it to make it sound like you. But if that tweaking is going to wreck your brain and be like, oh, I can't come up with the words. I can't come up with the exact right words. Just use mine. Just use mine and just do it. Even if it doesn't sound like you, it's okay. Just 5 people. We'll get to where you can get it to sound like you in a minute. But jump over the hurdle of contacting people. Stop trying to make everything perfect and get your 5 conversations started, okay? So here's what I want you to send me. 1, I want you to send me your goals, your monetary goals and your hourly goals in 6 months. It doesn't necessarily mean that's what you're going to do now, but in 6 months' time, you would like to be working this many hours a week and making this much money a month. Okay, that's your first task. Your second task, I want you to send me the first name of the 5 ladies that you contact today to send your catalog to, or to book a party, or to join your team. Any of those things is perfectly fine. Send me the first names of the 5 ladies that you contact today. All right, guys, that's day 2. Love you. Bye.